Alright guys, so yesterday I shared with you guys a T-Night comp that is going to be a non-one-shot comp, and that is going to be with Stardust as well as Sherbet. However, in this video I want to share with you guys a replacement for that Stardust, and that is going to be no other than our Frost Queen, in order to combine it with Sherbet to make a T-Night Frost comp. And it is going to be consisted of Hollyberry, T-Night with the Magic Candy of course, as well as Frost Queen, Sherbet, and Snapdragon. Alright, and before I get into any of the toppings and stuff like that, I do want to let you guys know that Frost Queen again can be replaced with someone like Stardust, as well as our Snapdragon is going to be replaceable with someone like BTS as well as Pure Vanilla, but Snapdragon is going to definitely have a higher win rate because of all the buff that they are able to provide. The treasures are going to be exactly the same as yesterday, and it is going to be with the whistle as well as the feather and the jelly watch. And the whistle is going to be applied to both our Frost Queen as well as Sherbet. But let's get into the topping real quick, guys, and it is going to be consisted of 5 of the solid almond for our Tina, exactly the same as before, with the focus on the damage resist, and some extra substats are going to be on the attack as well as the attack speed. Cooldown definitely helps out, but I would say attack and attack speed will definitely be a little bit better for the extra subset that you're going to be able to get. And then next one is going to be a Hollyberry. Hollyberry is using 5 of the Swift Chocolate here, guys, and she is going to have the focus on damage resist and of course on the cooldown. The cooldown, the higher you can get it, the better it's going to be. Around 20 to 23%, anywhere in between there is going to definitely help out. The higher, again, the better it's going to be. Next one is going to be a Sherbet. Sherbet is using 5 of the Swift Chocolate as well, and it is going to be damage resist focus and as much cooldown as possible. Optimal, in my opinion, is going to be that 22.4% or even higher if possible, but it is not going to be like, oh, you know, you can't use this team if you don't have that much cooldown. Just make sure to focus at least on the damage resist, because Sherbet does need to survive pretty decent amount of times. Alright, and next one is going to be our Frost Queen. Just like every single one of our Frost comp that we had so far, it is going to be consisted of 5 of the solid almond, and we are focusing on that damage resist. I have some good amount of subset on the HP in order to increase her survivability a little bit longer, and of course a little bit on that defense. We don't have any substat on the cooldown. Cooldown is not required for Frost Queen, guys, for any of the Frost comps. She just needs to survive. She needs to tank some of those Sign of the Star debuffs as well. So 5 solid almond. And last one, of course, is going to be Snapdragon with 5 of the Swift Chocolate, focusing on that cooldown around 23.7. It's going to be optimal. The higher the better it's going to be, but it's not going to be like, oh, you can't use Snapdragon without that. Just get it as high as possible. No damage resist focus required, because Snapdragon is a safeguard. And of course, extra attack, crit, and attack speed are going to definitely help out in increasing the amount of healing they're going to be able to do. And so let's get into it, guys. This team works against pretty much almost every single comp once again. Really good. I would say, if possible, try to stay away from any of the 2-2-1s that are going to have a lot of ascension difference once again, just because, you know, Moonlight and Stardust can burst down your Frost Queen and Sherbet really quickly. But let's get into the real battle here, guys, inside of the arena. Alright, guys, so here we go. This one is actually going to be against a Herb, alright, and Sherbet. So this one, I don't know if we're going to be actually able to win here, because Herb is able to purify the Frost stacks, but the thing about this comp is that because you do have T-Night, alright, as long as you're able to survive, and as long as, Sherbet and Frost Queen are able to deal with majority of either the back lane or the front lane with their skills, alright, our T-Night is able to take advantage of the Wrath of the Commander buff as soon as they die, from the feather as well as the healing from the, from the whistle, and just finish them off that way. So you guys were able to see right there, our Sherbet and Frost Queen, although they do have an insane amount of Frost stacks on them, because we don't have any Purify, they were able to get rid of the Sherbet, they were able to get rid of that Herb, and in the end, we were actually able to take this victory without any of our cookies dying right there. So the Frost comp is still not bad, guys, but it's just going to be a different version of the Frost comp, because now we just gotta adapt to the meta right now, and it is going to be consisted of someone like Snapdragon to give extra damage resist, as well as someone like T-Night to give a little backup. So you can see right here, Sherbet absolutely just carrying it, and Frost Queen here is not doing too much damage, but you know, she is there to at least freeze the enemies for a little bit, deal the burst damage, and also provide that healing in case she dies with the whistle buff. Alright guys, so here we go. This one is going to be against the double tank, double DPS with Stardust as well as Moonlight. Alright, and we'll see right here. You can see that Frost Queen is definitely taking the first sign of the star debuff here. And then after that, it's most likely going to be our Sherbet afterwards. But here we go. Yep, there you go. Sherbet is taking the sign of the star debuff this time around. Alright, Sherbet was able to use the skill one time before, he did die. So that means that about 30 shards are actually flying at the enemies, which did kill off the enemy's Hollowberry as well as Stardust. And you can see right here, after all the cookies die, Tina is just there to finish the job. All right, so definitely really, really strong here. And there you guys go. They were using the scroll, and you can see T-Knight actually did a lot of damage because he was able to take advantage of that Wrath of the Commander buff after Frost Queen as well as Sherbet did die off. Alright guys, so here we go. Let's see how well we do against this one. And this one is going to be Moonlight again with a 5-star Ascension. Alright, so let's see if this team can beat 2-2-1s with the scroll as well as a pretty decent amount of, Ascension difference on the enemy team. It seems like right here, Frost Queen is actually going to die before our Sherbet. So that's kind of a little bit of a bad thing for us because we want Sherbet to put that frost stacks onto the enemies, alright, and Frost Queen to do the damage at the very end. But let's see right over here, it seems like Tina is able to take advantage of the Wrath of the Commander, but wasn't enough. And it seems like, again, just like I said before, if there is a big Ascension difference, then it's probably going to be best to stay away from them and probably just go against it with a one-shot comp. And you guys can see right there, because of Moonlight as well as Stardust being a super high Ascension, they're not only stronger but also tankier. Alright, so probably the best to stay away from them with this particular comp. Just go with a one-shot comp for T-Knight. Alright guys, however, this one is going to be a 2-2-1 comp. However, they are using a rare scroll. Alright, so the rare scroll is actually better for us in the long run for a frost comp because they're going to be doing less damage. Although they do have that extra defense, our cookies are able to survive a little longer, which is actually really beneficial for a frost comp because frost comps, the longer they survive, the more damage they're able to do, especially with someone like, Sherbet, who is able to take advantage of the stacks. Alright, and you're going to be able to see right here, Sherbet, and should be able to get rid of that Stardust right there. Pataya is the only one alive with, actually no, Pataya is Pataya is there. I thought it was Hollowberry, but Pataya is there. Moonlight was able to get killed right there as well. And you can see, against the rare school is actually going to be a little bit better just because, again, our frost comp cookies take advantage of the timer buff, right? So there you guys go. And T-Knight, again, because Sherbet did die off in the beginning first, and then Frost Queen after, T-Knight was able to take advantage of the full Wrath of the Commander buff, doing a ton of damage, and, with Sherbet in the back, just shooting out those shards. And again, they are using that rare scroll. Alright guys, so here we go. This one is going to be a 2-1-2 with Sherbet and Pure Vanilla and Snapdragon. Alright, a classic 2-1-2 that we have seen in the beginning of the meta. Alright, even before T-Knight got his magic candy. Alright, so let's see how well we do against this one. Alright, because we have Frost Queen instead of the Pure Vanilla on the enemy team. Alright, so the main thing here is going to be whether we can, kill off that Pure Vanilla. Alright, with the help of Frost Queen as well as Sherbet. Our T-Knight is taking a ton of Frost stacks here, but we were able to get rid of that Pure Vanilla. It seems like our Sherbet should be able to get rid of the enemy Sherbet as well. Revive, put 15 stacks onto the Pataya, and we should be able to just kill it off right there. Yep. Alright, so against the 2-1-2, even with Pure Vanilla, the Frost stacks are going to be able to win, and a massive amount of damage coming out from our Sherbet. 7.8 million damage, absolutely carrying this team. and also 2.2 million coming out from our Frost Queen. But there you guys go. In case you guys were wondering, you guys are able to use the same exact comp, but instead of the Stardust, you're able to use Frost Queen. And also, if you don't have Frost Queen, you guys are also able to use with someone like Moonlight as well. However, it would not be recommended to use something like this without Sherbet, just because Sherbet is a huge counter to someone like Pattaya right now, in order to allow your cookies to survive the actual fire breath around that 1 minute mark. All right, because of the amount of the slows that Pattaya is actually going to receive, and Snapdragon is just able to heal it with the consistent heal as well as the extra damage resist. So it is recommended that you guys try to keep Sherbet in the team. However, again, if you guys do not have someone like our Frost Queen again, and you don't have someone like Stardust, Moonlight is also an option. I have seen that comp before, and if you guys are using Moonlight, you guys can actually use Pattaya on the team instead of Tina as well. And again, Snapdragon can be replaced with someone like Pure Vanilla as well as BTS. If you guys don't have Snapdragon available to you as of right now, should be able to get it very, very soon for majority of you guys. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. Good luck with the arena climbing, and I will see you guys all on the next one.